Good morning. Excuse me, burp. Right as I start the recording. That's perfect. I could restart it, but then you guys would miss out on the authenticity upon which I make the brand for 5 more minutes or something. Good morning. It is 6:51 a.m. on Monday, November 27th, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Back to work. After my vacation last week. It's time, head back into the office, and it'll be fine. It's always a little bit of a slog going back in, but it's fine. My sleep schedule is not fully readjusted, so I'm a little I don't feel super sleepy, but there's definitely a little bit of a fuzz in my brain. Uh, I spent a big chunk of the weekend rewatching Firefly, the TV series. And it's still great, no question about it. Um, I did find that there were parts of it that I enjoyed just as much as ever. Um, there were. I feel like I'm left. I haven't rewatched Serenity yet. But the final episode of the series is Objects in Space, and it has a bounty hunter infiltrating the ship. And there's a bit where sexual violence is threatened, and uh, I feel like I wish they hadn't done that. It left the episode like I hadn't. I think I hadn't fully reacted to that in the same way on past viewings, but in this time I was just kind of all the more thinking about how it feels like just a shock value thing in the episode, and this guy was weird and scary already, and I don't know that they needed that. But and so that left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth just for right at the end. I mean, obviously that character is supposed to be a bad guy, but he's also the episode is more concerned with him being a weird guy than a bad guy. And and I just feel like I don't know, that wasn't great. I didn't like that element. But many aspects of the show are just as great as I remembered. And I was rewatching in part because of an upcoming RPG game that will be set in the verse, so to speak, the Firefly verse, and that's exciting. And so I like the show a lot, and it still feels a little bit weird to even have that criticism of it. But it's just a reflection to this idea of all your faves are problematic, right? The idea too that tastes change, things like that change. So on the one hand, it's fair to take a show that was it's kind of a classic now, um, and to re-examine it through a contemporary lens. And it's fair, I think, to note things that may not have been criticisms at the time, but would be if it were a new show. But also, it's all relative. Oh man, I'm in a weird mood now. I like the show a lot. I think it's a great show. It stands up. I'm actually, even though obviously there's elements of sadness in rewatching Serenity, um, I feel like it does a great job of closing the loop. And I think that actually might be part of the weirdness where I'm at right now is that in some ways, I watched up almost to the climax and then stopped. And so I need to rewatch Serenity 2 to close that loop and not be left on a weird episode note. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. But in any event, I do need to go ahead and get ready for work. And so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go to work. And then I'm going to have to stop talking like this, because otherwise they'll think I'm weird. And I'm just going to do it for everybody on the internet instead. All right, enough of that. Okay, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.